Hey, welcome back to Red Dirt Ranch Gaming. Thanks for coming on in. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit on down for a little bit, and let's get ready to go to work. This is episode 2 from Gold Crest. We thank you so much for coming in and appreciate it very much that you would be here with us. Tonight we're going to be looking at finishing some field work. We have already accomplished the harvesting of the wheat off of one field. We laid down the fertilizer on it, and so we are getting ready to go. So here we go, guys. Turn that off there. All right, so we got that on, and let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna hop on over. There's our pickup truck. We're gonna drive on out to our field. We're gonna get to work. So I think we need to do some plowing first. So I think that's where we're going to start. So cut across here. So hope everyone's been doing all right as we get prepared for the Christmas season that is upon us. Today is the 11th. We have, 14 days until Christmas. Hope you're as excited as I am. And hope everyone's going to have happy holidays and really truly remember what the reason for the season is. So we're going to pull over here and park in our parking lot. Just back up here. Always be sure to use your mirrors, folks, when you're backing up. Trust them when you can. All right, so we're going to hop out and roll on over to our tractor here. Remember in our last episode we did harvest the field there at field 15, so we're going to go over and actually cultivate on that field because we're going to leave that one wheat because it's a really nice field. So I'm going to unfold that. All right, so lower it and away we go. So thanks for coming in tonight, folks, and allowing us into your homes. And I'm already driving all over the place. I'm going to have to go back and get that swath, but that's all right. I have worked with GPS. I'm still a little bit funny on it, but ultimately we will eventually get there. So one of the ideas I had is for the big field 12 in front of us, I would like to do some corn, but currently we do not have a corn header. We have the money, obviously, to buy it. And so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy a corn header, and we're going to make that field into some corn. So, and I know I left you guys cliffhanging last week with some exciting news. But I'll see if I can remember and get to it here shortly. I do have a lot of work for school coming up as it's coming up on finals week. And I have quite a few things I've got to get accomplished in order to graduate and do the right things and be able to get done what I need to. So if this next week you don't see me, my apologies. Just know that that's where I'll be. I'll be doing lots and lots of homework. There's a lot of family activities this time of year that we get to, and so that's what we'll be doing. Our schedule will start to become firmer after Christmas. I do plan on looking into doing a 24-hour live stream at some point over on Twitch. Maybe for New Year's. I'm not sure. I have been invited to play on another gamer's channel over on Twitch for the 24-hour live stream. Maybe when we are not in the subscriber multiplayer and they're in their multiplayer, we will hop on and do our own. So that's an idea there. We just have to figure the logistics out about it. So Now, plowing a field isn't a lot of fun work, but it is work, and that is what we've got to do. So, haven't been seeing too many comments left, suggestions and ideas. Again, I'd like to exhort you to leave those comments and ideas and suggestions so that we can better improve our gameplay and really tailor the content to what you guys would like to see. We are going to today probably buy a couple of cows, a couple of pigs, and a couple of sheep. With that being said, I've been doing a lot of testing on my own single player format, and there's a lot of cool things that I'm noticing about this map that you can do. Did I miss? Yes, I did. So I'm going to roll back over that. I am a little bit OCD when it comes to stuff, folks, and you will notice that if it's not just right, I don't tend to make. It doesn't make me very happy. One thing I also did think about was combining this field along with field 14 and making it just one big field. That is one of the questions I would like to ask you guys if you get a chance. What do you guys think about combining for fields 14 and 15 and making it one gigantic field? I think it would be a good idea. It would combine us into letting us put one crop down and making it a huge field, since we don't have but 3 fields. And I forget what field 32 is. We're going to have to look at that here before too long and ascertain what is on field 32. I don't think we have any crop on there. Let's look at it real quick. Field 32 is empty. It is barren. So there's nothing on it. There is grass. That is good to know. There is grass on there. So we will use that as a mowing field, I suppose. I do like to keep one field strictly for grass and mowing. I know that there's a lot of edge grass around, but the fact is that I like to keep that at some point, unless I'm running really, really low on grass. That way we have some get me throughs in case we get low on money. Hopefully we won't, since we've got $9 million in the bank. But the bills are coming due. We are almost to our 1 month of owning the farm, and I've only got a couple of days of actual work done on it. The one thing I do not like about the helpers in this game is they will, with the plows and the cultivators, miss. They will not go to the edge of the fields. If somebody could help me to understand why and how to fix that, that would be greatly appreciated, folks. It chaps my hide. I hire them, pay them a good wage, and they just don't do a full job. Again, I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to that stuff, so if there's a way to alleviate that. I know there's a hired helper mod out there, and I don't think I have it yet, but I'll look into it. But if you guys have any ideas of why it doesn't work quite perfect, then let me know. This here is a really nice tractor. Very easy, very mobile. It is a little squirrely when plowing and stuff. It's a little light in the britches, so to speak, for doing certain tasks with heavier equipment. So I don't suggest using it with the big fertilizers, the big spreaders. So pick up another heavier tractor that's got more horsepower, more weight to it. Be sure to add a front weight to most of your tractors. If, like with the semi-trucks, I would say, you can go and buy your semi-trucks. It gives you the option for a back attacher. It's not that expensive. Get it. You never know when it's going to come in handy that you're going to need to be able to attach something to the back of your semi-truck that you normally wouldn't be able to attach if you didn't have it. So just pony up the extra little bit of dough if you have it. Oop, jumped out. That's the problem with the console panel, is sometimes you just jump right out when you push the wrong button. But get the back attacher for the semi-trucks. And if you have the option on the tractor to get a front loader, whether you're going to use it as a front loader or not, get it. You never know that's going to come in handy, so do it, folks. It will save you a lot of headache. I have found that out in my other single-player video, or single-player game save, that I've needed the front loader and didn't have a tractor that had it. Had to go all the way down to the store and pick it up, and it just cost me time, and I didn't really have that much time. So save yourself some headache, folks. Get the back attacher. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to plow this field. I'm going to come back to you guys, and then we will start off on some sowing of some corn. I'm going to go buy that corn sower, and so we will see you shortly. Alrighty. So okay, folks, we're back. I've hired Tommy here to plow field 14 for us. Tommy is a relative, and we're going to see how good he does, because we finished up field 15 with the plowing, and now we're going to move on. We've really got to get that corn in field 12. So we're going to hop on over there while Tommy does this field here. So we're going to see if GPS will work. I'm going to look at and see. It is 6 meters wide. So, okay, so we want to set it for 6 meters, and it's right at 6. So we want to follow this line straight down the middle, and hopefully it will not mess us up. So we've got fertilizer in it. We've got to set it to corn. There we go. And away we go. Alrighty, here we go. 4, 19. All right, here we go, folks. You're going to go in cab because it seems a little bit easier to follow down the nose of the cab, and it's a little quieter. So take her slow and do her right, and you will be okay. So we're going to get this field knocked out with some corn, and it does. I'm going to have to refill probably one time. It's quite a large field, so once we run out, I will have to refill. And I do like overlapping the field, so that might be a problem with this GPS mod. I should have shortened it up just a little bit, but not positive. So I want to make sure I get to the edge of the field, look back there. Alright, come up to the edge, lift her up, and we'll make a turn. Maybe it will give us some overlap. Not positive on that. See how straight we are. Okay, we're not straight enough. Turn your wheel the other way. There, champion. I'm a pretty good backer in real life. In the game, I sometimes forget which way's which. But so we'll get her straight on here. Alright, here we go. Don't want to make you guys sick. Alright, we're near the edge of the field. Drive up a little bit. And drop her right there. Should be fine. And away we go. Let's see how it looks from the outside. Alright. Got a little bit of an overlap there. So as you could tell, folks, it's a 8-row header. And we're dropping 8 rows at a time. So we're going to have quite a good harvest. Now we are fertilizing it as we go. which is a good thing. There was a bigger fertilizer, but this one was like 61,000, and that one was a whopping $121,000, and I am not going to splurge just yet. I know we have lots of money in the bank, but that money will dwindle away very quickly if I just buy all the big, nice equipment, and it will be so out of the unrealistic ballpark that it will not be much fun anymore for the gameplay if I just go and buy whatever I want, whenever I want, and however I want to do it. We'll go bankrupt and we'll be out of business. So we're going to raise that up. We're going to tilt out, come around, and get lined back up. We're a couple of rows off. So we should be pretty straight here. See if we can get her lined up. All right, dropper. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to put it to the left of my nose just a hair. That way I'm overlapping just ever so slightly. It's pretty cold here right now in Washington. We did have some snow this last week. Pretty exciting times out on the bus driver's trail. Thankfully, nobody got into an accident that I'm aware of, and none of our passengers got hurt. They got all where they needed to go. So we've got Tommy over on the other field. I got to keep an eye out for him. He's a greenhorn, so we need to watch on him. He's probably going to miss quite a bit. We're going to have to make up for. And as I'm talking, I better not overdo the field. All right, lift that up. We're going to turn out yet again and then swing back around. Put her just to the left of the nose this time and pull up. Again, you want to overlap just a little bit in case you miss something somewhere. It'll be quite frustrating to have a missing piece of planting once you come to harvest time, because that'll be the only time you notice it, and by then it'll be too late, and it will not do good to go and try to reseed because you'll just destroy your crop. So we are booking and cooking on here, so we enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy the content. It's going to be a fun ride. We are going to produce more videos more frequently and on a set schedule. Like I said, after the first of the year, we'll be on a pretty regular recording schedule of 2 to 3 times a week, and we'll be able to produce more good content out there for you. If you like the video, going to give a plug, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button at any time, and be sure to tell your friends about us and other gamers that you think might be interested in such content as this, and we would surely greatly appreciate it, folks. Put it to the right again this time, and it's just ever so slightly I'm putting it to the right, so don't exaggerate it to where you're halfway over like when you're mowing grass. That would just be ridiculous. I think I might have messed up there. I'm going to back up just a little bit. Alright, there should be fine. Alright. I don't want to be known as a greenhorn. But that I am. I'm still a noob somewhat at the game. I'm learning, but I've got quite a few of the basics down. GPS mods are working pretty well for us. There are just certain pieces of things that I'm not too familiar with, like the offsets and, you know, what I should actually make the width. Should I make it exactly what it is, or should I make it just a little hair under? Just nuances. Course play is out, and I think I'm going to learn how to do that. That way we can hire drivers and actually pay them to follow us around when we're harvesting and using the combine and be able to go dump loads. All the good stuff that would make a real farm work. It's just kind of when you have to stop and unload yourself and go dump it, and it just gets repetitive and repetitive and repetitive, and you can tell when a gamer's really just had enough of that stuff and just really isn't enjoying it as much, and that's not where I want to be, folks. And I don't think you do either with watching the content. You don't want to get burned out on it. So we will do everything we can to make this exciting and interesting and fun for quite a long time. We hope you stay with us for many, many years and that we're able to produce this type of good quality entertainment, because that's what it is. It's just entertainment. It's a game. And but it's fun. It's a way to break away from the world for a little bit and to be able to just pause and relax for a while. So we greatly appreciate you coming over and spending your quality time with us. We really do think it's pretty amazing that you would take even a moment out of your busy day to come over and hang with the Red Dirt Ranch crew. Hopefully we'll get a big enough crew here eventually that we'll be able to multiplayer all together, and to work together and get to know each other a little bit more, and to be able to just enjoy some good old farming time. This week's shout out goes to Randy from RD Allen Gaming. I want to give him a shout out because some of the things that he's taught me in his videos have been immensely helpful, and I've really enjoyed watching some of his content and the way that he farms. It's pretty ingenious, and there are a lot of hints and tips and tricks that he gives us, and they're really good videos, and we're able to learn so much from them. So we're down to 27% on our corn, so we're definitely dropping some corn here, folks. Hopefully it'll be a good harvest. We need corn. We need lots of corn because we can make silage out of it with the crone, Big X. We need corn for our pigs. So there's tons and tons of reasons that we need corn. So I don't recommend that you use a field of this size for the silage. I recommend you use a smaller field and several of them to make the chaff to go put in the silage pit. You're going to be wasting a lot of product here if you make this field big with corn. So just a friendly hint, friendly helpful tip. I would use this strictly for pig feed and selling it off at the appropriate time, because I've noticed in my other game save that I ran out of corn several times when I didn't need to because I made silage. So if you can learn from any of my mistakes, I would recommend you do. But you play the game you want it the way you want to play it, and that'll be just fine. But if any of the tips and tricks I give you are helpful, let me know. Let me know some of your tips and tricks and what you think about certain things. And yeah, we can all make this community grow a lot better. Right now, you could probably see on my screen I've got my commodities that I talked about last time, but I had my mug plastered up there so you couldn't really see them. We've gotten a very little bar graph on what is worth money right now. I tell you what, we need to get some sheep, folks, and I might actually hire another worker to finish this field up and go buy some sheep so that we can get some of that wool, because right now for per ton or per liter it is $11,000. That is just exciting, folks. So I'm going to make sure I finish this row, and then I'm going to whip around, and then I'm going to hire us a worker, and then I am going to go over and get us a trailer and use my truck, and we're going to go buy us some sheep. We're going to buy us 4 sheep and see how we do there. We can bale some grass and use that. So we're going to hire a worker here. Let's pop out and see who we've got. Who did HR hire? All right, that's Ryan. All right, Ryan, you have a good time. Make sure the fields are good to go, and make sure we get the corn planted well. So hop on over here and get in our farm truck. We'll drive down to the store. And along the way, we will show you something that I have found in my other save that I thought was great. So folks, here on the left-hand side is our little gym. This is our trucking area. This is where we are going to park our semi-trucks and all of our trailers. And we're going to put some sheds on here. We're going to put a car wash and a refueling station. And because if you can see it, right over there is the railroad tracks. And what we can do is I could put a ramp down here and we can load logs. We can load grain from auger wagons. We can do so much with this little area. So thank you to Stevie yet again for giving us this little area for parking for our semi-trucks. So we're going to head down onto the store now while my two workers are out there courageously battling on the farm fields and getting our crops and things planted and the soil tilled up. All right, here we go. We'll be straight there, buddy. I'm so glad there's not cops in this game. I would have been ticketed so many times. A little funny driving. Like I said, folks, I do have my wheel set to 100%. That field looks like it's ready to go down. Boy, I don't know if we should buy it. So I'm going to park us right over here, folks. We're going to buy the animal trailer and drive down. So go to animals. We're going to buy the Joskin. All right, so. All right, as you can see, we've got it there. I don't know how well the Lizard truck is going to carry this, but we'll see. I do need to buy a few water tanks or water trailers as well to get up there to get them water. So we're going to load up here and we're going to move on. Let it air out a little bit. Make sure we're clear. Okay. Sounds like it's lagging in some power, folks. So I don't know. It's getting up to some speed. So we're going to go down here to Mary's farm, I believe it is, and pick up our sheep. We're going to buy 4 of them. So we can get some wool. Ooh, there's another loading area I have not yet explored. It's a sell point, I believe. There's a lot of areas, folks, I haven't explored around the map yet that I need to get to. Now, I could just have these delivered to the farm, but just to me it's not really worth it to pay that extra fee when I can do it myself. And for the folks who might be wondering how to get their animals, it looks like our helper has got his job done up there, so he's done being paid. So you just pull, folks, here up in between these yellow lines there, the loading. It'll give you an open animal dialogue, so we'll do that. We want to buy sheep, so you got to click on sheep, otherwise you're going to buy pigs. So we're going to buy 4, and that's going to cost us $2,000. Not bad. We're going to buy 4. All right, you can see them loaded in there. Ooh, we got what looks like 2 white, a black, and a brown. Awesome. They look good, don't they, folks? Alright, so we're going to cover them back up so they stay out of the hot sunshine. We're going to go put them in our farm. Drive down and explore some area down here. Again, folks, I haven't spent a whole lot of time just exploring. I probably should, but I haven't. So we're going to drive down and yeah, nothing really has changed from the vanilla map. We're going to drive out of here. Go drop these off at our sheep farm. Need to always look. Alright, I think we're clear. Oh, no, we're not. Please don't hit me, mister. Kill my sheep. That was my fault. I am so sorry. I did not see that car coming. So, we're going to go up here and take our lovely sheep who are now scared out of their wits. Probably won't produce wool for a year. So, going to pull off over here. There's our grass field. We're going to need to come over and mow some of that and pick it up and be able to feed them because they eat grass or hay. Pull in here and drop them off. Welcome home, buddies. So I believe, yes, I'm going to pull up here and then I'm going to pull them in like I would normally in the loading process. Put them in the loading pen. Alright, let's unload these guys. Alright, they're out there already. So let's go quickly take a look at those guys. Make sure they're doing alright. I'm going to hop some fences here. Just going to go around, and that is a feeding trough. You can see the back end open. And that's one way to tell folks if it's a feeding trough or a water trough. It's got a low back end and there's the front high end. And then here you've got both high ends as a water trough. So go out here and check out these guys and see how they're doing in their new surroundings. You always want to make sure your animals are taken care of. Oh yeah, here I'm eating. Go over here and check out their shed. Ooh, what is that I spy? That looks like a gold nugget, folks. What's it doing in my pen? Yeah, I got a gold nugget. Woohoo! So yeah, looks like a nice shed, shelter for them to be able to hang out in. No lighting, and that's okay. It's just primitive. Keep them out of the weather. That's a pretty one right there. Bald face. What you doing there, buddy? The black one's really pretty. Alright, folks, we got to get back to work here. They're doing fine. You hear them munching and crunching on the grass. But we do need to get them some water, so we will be dropping our trailer off and grabbing our water tanker and coming over. I believe we do own one already, so we don't have to go and buy another one. So, drop our trailer off down at the farm. And then we'll check on the work of the helpers there. Well, folks, as soon as we get that done, I think we're going to call her a good night and be done with this episode for the time being. Oh, yes, we do have a water tanker. So, I'm going to park my trailer in here. Not that way. Come on. Got to get that pivot point, so we'll park it over here in this corner. Don't want to jackknife it. That would be disastrous, so I'm going to pull forward. Here we go. Yes, folks, I do talk to myself. I'm sorry if that disturbs you, but get over it. I'm going to talk to myself because it's just how I roll. Cockeye it just a little bit to miss that desk. There we go. So detach that and come over here. We do have a water trough up by the cow pen and the pig pen. So I think that's where we're going to go to get our water. Check on the progress over here of our workers. He is busting out that corn, folks. Oh, our water is up here above near the pigs. There we go. Fill that up. I think it's a 12,500 capacity. It does cost us money. We could go put it in a lake, but that's a way to get free water. But we got a little bit of money, so we're not going to be cheapskates. 7,300, sorry, with the capacity. Turn it around. We're going to go down and water. See our worker diligently over there putting our corn in the ground. Got to cut a little close here. Fill it up. Yeah, that'll do her. So, I'm going to go put this away. They're good for 6 days with just 4 of them. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video tonight, folks, and hope it brings you some relief to whatever ails you and whatever you're going through. If you need a little bit of an escape from everyday monotonous life, folks, I'm not a fixer, and there's only one that was, and he's the only one that can help you with your problems. You know, we as humans tend to think we know more than we do, and we tend to spout off more than we should. So, with that being said, folks, know that if you have any prayer requests or if you need anything, go to the Lord in prayer, and you can surely come by here and talk to me and leave some comments and leave me your email address, whatever have you, and I'll be sure to pray for you and whatever you're going through. We're a community, and we should act like a community, and we should be there for each other through thick and thin and through all of the good times and the bad. So, folks, we much appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. It does look like our apprentice has missed a few spots. We're going to have to correct before our next video, so we will do that. Thank you, folks. Be sure to subscribe to us and hit that like button, and we will see you next time on episode 3 of Red Dirt Ranch Gaming. Have a good night. God bless you, and thank you so much.